and welcome to today's video. And in this video I will be taking you through my summer reads. My vacation has just started, so if I look a little bit tired, that's because the past week was just absolute crazy. Trying to round off a school year within a week is just absolutely madness. So I'm a little bit tired, so excuse me if I'm not as bubbly as usual, but I thought to kick off my summer and, well, my vacation that is, I thought I'd take you through a couple of books that I really enjoyed that either are themed around summer or that I really enjoyed reading in the summertime. And I hope this will give you some ideas of what to read on your vacation. So I have 5 books that I've selected. Let's get to them. So the first book I'd like to talk to you about is The Liar by Stephen Fry. And The Liar is, if you don't know, a book that is about Adrian, and we kind of follow him throughout his life. I think we start off when he goes off to boarding school, I believe, and then sort of like into his like young adulthood. And what Adrian does is lie all the time. So the liar refers to him. And he kind of lies his way through writing papers to friends. He pretty much tells a bigger tale than what actually happened to each and every person he ever meets. And the funny thing about this book is that you kind of are waiting for him to be found out. There's a really cool plot twist at the end, which I'm not going to spoil for you if you want to read this. But it's absolutely brilliant. It's a very funny read as well. And it's just one of those fast-paced books that's easy to pick up when you're lying by the pool. And it's a really good book for a hot summer's day. On a more serious note, I have Colum McCann's This Side of Brightness. And Colum McCann also wrote Let the Great World Spin. And his books are usually set in New York, at least these two both are, and those are the 2 that I've read. And they always sort of involve like Irish heritage, as well as like different people living in the city. And I like this one a lot better than Let the Great World Spin. The main character is a homeless person who lives in an abandoned or maybe still functioning subway tunnel, and you sort of see see New York through his perspective. And it kind of follows him and his descendants through time, so you get different time periods in New York that involve that tunnel. There's a lot of history involved in this little novel, which is why it's quite dense. So it's not the easiest read, but it's definitely a very enjoyable one. And I actually read this while on vacation in New York one time. So when you're actually walking around there, it actually gives you a very good picture of the city as well. And that's one of the reasons why I really enjoy this. One type of book that I really enjoy reading during summer is like detective, mystery novels, all that sort of thing. And one book that really fits that vein but isn't exactly like a detective is Hustle by Will Ferguson. This is about a book about hustlers, swindlers, crooks, people who trick others into giving away their money. And what this book is about a boy named Jack. He lives in this sort of fading away town. People are moving away, but it used to be very wealthy, and he is a mathematical genius. And one day he bumps into Virgil and Rose, who are trying to swindle one of the entrepreneurs in his little town. Jack sees right through them, and he confronts them about their swindling act, and they think he's quite brilliant, and actually instead of them turning them over to the law, Jack ends up joining Virgil and Rose in this like cross-country crazy endeavor. There's a lot of sort of like adventure, frontier kind of exploration in there. I believe it's set in like the 1920s, 1930s, so that time period is also pretty interesting as well. And you are continuously asking yourself, who's conning who? Is Jack conning them? Are they conning Jack? Who are they conning together? It's a very fun written story as well in that case. It does have its slow moments, but it definitely is a good read if you like to get a bit of a mystery kick. If there's one book that is perfect for a summer read, it's Jack Kerouac's On the Road. I think I also featured this as in my top 10 all-time favorite books, so it had to come back sometime again. I actually read this while traveling, and it is also a book about travels. So while you're traveling and reading a book about travels is just absolutely perfect. What this is about, if you don't know, Jack Kerouac pretty much wrote down his own life story. Of course, it's been fictionalized, of him traveling cross-country with his friends in the 1940s. and all of the crazy things that they're doing, all the people that they meet. And yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite stories, and definitely a good one if you're actually doing a road trip yourself. For my final book, I have a true detective story for you. This is Foxgloves Summer by Aaronovitch. And one reason why this is a perfect read for summertime is because summer is definitely an element in this story. This book perfectly describes really hot, stuffy summer days in the English countryside where this is taking place. And yeah, that's one of the reasons why it's perfect for summer. What I like about this book is because I really enjoy this series. If you don't know what the series is about, it's about a detective called Peter Grand who finds out on his first assignment that sometimes magic is involved in police cases and that he can do magic himself. He starts an apprenticeship with Nightingale, who becomes his boss, who runs the Folly, and the Folly is like its separate own department within the London Police Department that solves all the weird cases. And he is sent out to the English countryside in this book to find out about 2 missing girls and to talk to one of the magicians that live in the area to see if he has anything to do with it. But after that interview, Peter decides to stay on and help investigate this case, because missing children are always like a very hefty case to try and solve as quickly as possible. And he definitely finds out there is something weird going on with this story. If you like a story that involves bloodthirsty unicorns, I have to say, as well as just a good amount of suspense, and that's very fast-paced, a little bit fantastical at times, and also manages to weave in a little bit of mythology, then this is definitely one thing that you're going to enjoy. So these are the 5 books that I would recommend to you if you're looking for a summertime read. There are definitely a couple of different genres in here, so I hope there's something for everyone here, and that you don't have any difficulty to pick anything. Yes, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I will be seeing you again next week. I'm not sure yet what I'll be doing next week, but please leave a comment down below if you have any video ideas for me. And yeah, I really hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you back in the next one. Bye!